Good morning, everyone. This is Gideon Cheng here. I hope everyone would choose to stay happy today and focus only on the positives and don't even meditate on any negative thoughts, emotions, and situations that aren't even true today. So let's make sure that we don't get deceived no matter what happens in our lives. I wanted to briefly chat about life today, and today's topic is: what does God say about faith? God has promised many great things in the Bible. You won't believe it. We just don't know much about them. Why do we need faith, first of all? If we can live a life where it gives us only the problems that we face that we can solve, then why do we need God to begin with? We will just live on our own. In reciprocal, if we don't do what we can do, why should the supernatural God intervene in our lives and help us? Well, God wants to do everything with us, that's for sure. But technically speaking, God wants to do what we can do first, and what we cannot do on our own, God will do. Because God will not be glorified by the kind of things that we, the creatures, can do. There won't be much glory for God. But if we ask God to do the things that only God can do supernaturally, then He will be glorified. So it's important that we do our best to do what we can do, even while having a faith in God. That's very important. The first and the foremost definition of faith as defined by God in the Bible, it says, faith is the confidence in what we hope for, in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11:3. This means that faith is something that we know we can and will have. What we want to have and hope for, and yet that something is something that cannot happen in normal circumstances. It's simply believing that our good God will give us a miracle. That's what it means. An impossible situation turning around into a very possible and enjoyable blessing in our lives. One of the most truthful Bible verses is that faith gets developed by hearing. That has been so true in my life. That is why I have actively started this podcasts, so that even though you may meditate on the Bible, listening to my podcasts and other YouTube broadcastings will be so effective to develop and build your own faith. So please make sure to listen to various sermons, messages, and testimonies. If you don't know who are most appropriate and legitimate and not heresies, please visit my website and the book section. You can purchase my book on Amazon book section, Be Strong and Courageous. In there, I have a section dedicated to my recommended list of online pastors that you can go wrong with. They are not only biblical and truthful, but their messages are great messages. Also, visit my website in the music section. There you will find my hand-picked Christian artists and musics you must listen to walk with God. And meditate on lyrics when you try to sing along. Try to make them your words of prayer to God when singing along those praises. God will listen and be very pleased in heaven. There are actually more Bible verses that greatly helped my life in developing and building my faith. In my book, there is also another section called the 57 Go-To Bible Verses in a Crisis. Whether your crisis may be unemployment, money, there are plenty of hand-picked, most effective and powerful Bible verses you can meditate on and change your mind and thoughts and your crisis outcomes. I believe there are more than 15 topics of crises and by situations. So whoever that does not read Bible regularly, or you do not know what to do in a crisis, you can quickly go and cling onto God by meditating on those Bible verses by the crisis. Without faith, you cannot have a miracle. But the good news is having a mustard seed size of faith is all we need, even to move the mountains. The rest God will do. So everything will be possible no matter what happens in our lives. I hope you have enjoyed our class today, and I also hope that you will take your life seriously by continuing to listen.